All right, guys. I did not know that Token and Ren did a song. Truly. So we're going to get right into it. What does your love look like? Let's see what they got. We are the products of what we see. To some extent, maybe. But I won't get too controversial. Let's get right into the art and see what they got, man.
I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? 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 As much as I do wanna love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigating, so that's the environment we feel safer in. You thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you, like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load off. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What is your love look?
Damn, dude. Like, so that verse is pretty wild. He's talking about, and this is kind of true for all of us. Like, we learn a lot of lessons in, and I'm going to put love in quotations here because, like, one thing I learned was I thought I had an idea of what love was until I was in a relationship for about the past 4 years. And boy, did I have no clue what the fuck love was, man. I had such a confused, I won't get into too many details, man, but like in our childhood, we kind of like see how our moms, our dads, if we have a mom, if we have a dad, we see how they interact, or we see how they interact with us, and then that kind of programs us to tell us like, hey, this is what love is. Even if it's not, even if it really is abuse, we might think that that's love, and when it definitely is not. And so especially then when you kind of have like different life events, like it sounds like there was a lot of I mean, it wasn't very clear in like the verse. He talked about a phone call that he got about, I believe, about his dad, and then a phone drop. So I don't know Token's backstory, but like you definitely have like, once again, things in childhood that do dictate kind of how we view love and how we go about love. And so like, especially if you come from a broken home, like you're gonna have to do some work in fixing that before you can kind of have a good relationship, or at least that's what I've started to finally find out. So let's keep going here and see what we got. And also, this is a banging ass hook. Not gonna lie to you guys, banging ass hook.
You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that has colored my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate thee. The way that I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me. Pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes. Pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like
Hey man, let's keep rocking, man.
that, all my thoughts race back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete, mothering peace, a vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and that love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cutthroat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created. And I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren.
Fuck, that hit me, dude. Fuck, man. Yeah, that's tough, dude. That's tough. So obviously, Ren was real young when his pops basically took off. It sounded like there was a lot of fighting. Let's just say, obviously, like there was more than just that going on. But without going into details, a lot of like toxic stress that kids shouldn't have to be exposed to. And then I guess it looks like his pop kind of took off. And then it was just his mom, his sister, and his brother. That's tough, dude. That's tough, but let's keep going here.
And my set created, and I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum, and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren. Strong for my sis and my mum at a loose end. Confused but moving through the confusion. My born new love feels fake like what does your love look like? Does it tear your inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother. Does it make you feel like a fist in your windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating you, but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold night. What does your love look like?
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not.
Dude, I'll say this, like, as a man, that's something that I struggled with a lot because, like, in my relation, it's over now. It's been over for 6 months, but for me, like, the way I grew up, my dad wasn't really, like, with us in the house much. We had 4 kids. My dad was a teacher, so he didn't really make much, and then during the summer worked extra. He was always working, and so what I thought was, like, when I grew up and, like, when I got into a relationship, I thought that my job was, like, I need to, like, my worth, not my job, but my worth as a man, as a human being, was to make money and provide for, my ex and her kid, basically. And so there's a whole lot more than just that goes into it. But I mean, there's that. There's a million other things. But we have these things that we see our parents doing, and then we don't always do it right, and then we try to heal from it. We try to learn and grow. And when somebody does, like, if you are in an intimate relationship and somebody does come to you like, hey, I understand why you're doing this thing, but, like, this is how it's really affecting and bothering me. Like, you have to be part of being in a committed relationship is to, like, listen to that person being like, wow, I didn't know that I was affecting you like that, and adjusting and changing course. And then, if the other person isn't willing to adjust and change course, assuming it's like a reasonable thing that they're talking about. Once again, I'm speaking in very broad brush strokes, but then maybe that's not a person who has your best interests in mind, or vice versa. But man, yeah, I mean that one, and I know a lot of, dude, I don't even want to say a lot of men. I feel like every dude that I meet my age has, like, and especially the younger ones too, like, especially the younger ones. And it's difficult too when you have kids around too, man. Like, that was a huge thing for me, man, because we weren't rich. And so I was like, I need to do everything I can, not just, for my ex, but also her kid, I'm not going to get into the fucking details about that. But there's a huge pressure that you feel when you're trying to provide for a fucking family, and it's scary as hell, man. And so, there should be a balance, though, between you can work and also be in the home to be there for your wife and kid. Got way off track here, man. But hey, dude, this is the nature of good art. Like, it inspires. Like, dude, I'm like tripping over my words. I'm anxious as hell right now that I'm even talking about this. Cause it's scary, man. It's like exposed to even like put my shit, or like say shit like this on the internet and put it out there. It's like, man, this is real. This is what I've gone through and experienced. And I know a lot of men feel this way. Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that for now, man. But let's keep going.
I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the soul for you. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues too many.
Whoa. So he reached out to her, and then a chain came out of nowhere, like restricting him. You know, I think that kind of represents like whatever that childhood programming might be. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it right now, but let's keep going.
Any issues at play? You yell fast, I get quiet. You wanna see more passion? I've seen what real yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in the wall in a room that was locked from.
That's crazy, man. You want more passion, but I've seen what real yelling can do. Dude, that speaks volumes to me, dude. I've been in a relationship where somebody wanted more passion, and it was a fights that were desired that I was not going to partake in because I wanted solutions. I didn't want to fight, but that's fascinating, man. More passion. But I've seen what real fights can do, or like real yelling can do. Shit, that's powerful, dude. Let's go.
Lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in a wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not supposed to be here. Shit. You and me both, brother. Fucking statistics overcomers right here, man. A lot of us are, dude. A lot of us are. Give yourself credit. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up, dude. I'm like sweating right now because, you know, when you start, you ever been like talking about something that makes you so uncomfortable that you just start sweating? You're like, I know I'm going to talk about it because it's honest and it's real, but I'm getting nervous as hell. That's kind of how I feel right now. But I'm going to wrap this one up, man. I mean, huge life lessons. Like we unconsciously pick up like what's normal, what love looks like, or like what's normal, you know. I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. But we kind of like pick this stuff up, and kids are so resilient that we absorb the world, and sometimes we don't even realize how fucked up stuff is because that's just the world that we see in front of us. Like we don't have the context of knowing 10 people who have different families who might be a little bit healthier or might not be. But as you grow and you get more context and you learn more, you know, hopefully. And trial and error of a relationship, man. Like no relationship is ever like one person is perfect and the other person isn't. Now, there's also situations where there's somebody who's genuinely abusive, manipulative, psychopathic, and then the other person, yeah, might have made some like relationship mistakes, but nothing to justify like pathological abuse. To be clear, that's not what I'm talking about in this situation. But I do mean like trial and error of a relationship of like, man, you will fuck up and hurt that person that you care about. The person you would never want to like make feel bad, you might make them feel bad, and you may not even mean to. But when they do come to you, you know, being like having that humility and that compassion for what they're going through, but also like if you don't feel you did something wrong, don't say you feel like you did something wrong. Like don't apologize for some shit. If you genuinely are like, hey, I think I did the right thing here, and I think the issue might be you. So once again, man, there's a little bit of the nuance, but I'm going to wrap this one up, dude, because you probably didn't click on this to hear some fucking American 28-year-old dude talk about relationships, but maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe you did, man. But I'm going to wrap this one up, man. You guys take care. Hopefully you can learn how to love, man. There's a lot of like therapists out there making YouTube videos that are real helpful for me, to be honest. It's, you know, weird to say as a man, but shit, it's been helping me a lot to kind of like understand, you know, relationships. So I'll wrap this one up, man. You guys take care, and thanks for supporting the channel, man.